Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? I am Louis the Average Guy 1983. Thank you very much for joining me on this video today. Today I'm actually doing a nighttime ride on the Inmotion RS. It is Friday night, and I figured I'd go for a ride, show you guys how this scooter looks like at night riding, and how the Kaabo Wolfking GTR Headlight looks at night, along with the new 2600 lumen LED headlight I've been recommending you guys. So we are indeed in Highland Park off of York Boulevard, and we're going to be going towards Eagle Rock and back towards my home in Highland Park. And hopefully you guys enjoy this nighttime video ride. So for audio, I do have my microphone connected directly to the Insta360 Ace Pro, and to try to reduce as much noise as possible, I do have the feature set to voice focus, so you guys can actually hear my voice and not the wind so much. And for safety gear, I do have my knee pads, the arm ones that I normally wear. I'm not wearing my safety vest today, but I do have my Motoloop backpack on and my full face helmet with the Motoloop backpack that has that reflective coating. Settings on the scooter for acceleration are at 25% for the front and rear, and electronic braking is set to 60% for the front and rear to have some good braking power. My current weight is still 285 pounds. So far, let me know how you guys see the new LED light along with the Kaabo Wolfking GTR headlight on at its max brightness. I do recall letting you guys know that it does have 3 light features. It has brightness at max, and then it has low brightness, and then it has a strobe feature. And basically every time you power cycle the headlight on the RS, the setting changes on the Kaabo Wolfking GTR headlight. Alrighty, safe for me to turn as well. Alright, now we are in Eagle Rock. Simple turn there. And the steering damper so far has been working fabulous. Ever since I did the mod, I haven't had any kind of speed wobbles on smooth surfaces. Now on rough surfaces like what I'm currently in right now, you probably have noticed that my hands do move a little bit with the handlebar, and it's mainly due to the whole thing about the road conditions, which is something to take into account. Now not everybody is experiencing speed wobbles apparently, so I guess it really does depend on the rider's experience, I guess. But so far, I've been pretty happy with my results of doing the mod, and I still highly recommend it. Oh, there's a fellow motorcycle rider there. Pretty loud bike versus my electric scooter here, this Inmotion RS. Seeing how you can see those turn signals there for that motorcycle, I do wish I had higher like turn signals on the rear instead of at the tail by the fender, because unfortunately it seems like not that many people can apparently see you even if you have turn signals in the back. So it'd be nice if I could find some that I can use on my helmet along with my brake free light that I have. But this is uncomfortable nighttime riding for me. Like I had mentioned to you guys before, I do work the night shift at the company I work for, and I only have to go to work physically 2 nights a week, and 3 nights I get to stay at home and work from the comfort of my home with my personal computer being logged into the company's portal, which I have a really high security setting for that, and a specific website and stuff I have to go to that's encrypted. But yeah, for nighttime riding, man, this feels natural to me. I'm used to this kind of stuff. And sometimes, though I can't really see much with these mirrors that you guys can see on the side of me, it's all dark. But with this dash cam that I have here, I can see everything at night, which is very convenient. So I still recommend this dash cam as well as a good inexpensive alternative. You just have to figure out how to mount it, but it does work well. I'm thinking of switching it up to that Chigi AIO-5 Lite. It's like a motorcycle grade Apple CarPlay / Android Auto that also has a dash cam built in for front and rear. It even has blind spot monitoring for the back of the camera, and it has TPMS, a wireless remote that you can add on, and a lot of cool features, man, all powered with 12 volts. So I did already purchase a 12 volt battery that can work for this RS, so I don't have to tap into the RS wiring, and I can go ahead and basically try to get this Chigi device. But it's quite expensive, and not everybody's going to want to do that mod at $599 for the base price. That doesn't include the TPMS for the extra $99, or the wireless remote for the extra $99. So you gotta be real careful, man. But yeah, here we are. Now we're back in Eagle Rock still. And if I go straight up that way, in that direction to my left, I can keep going towards Pasadena. Or if I go on my right here, which is what I'm gonna do, I can go back towards Highland Park. So you can see that I have the display on with the turn signal. And I do respect all the red lights, green lights, yellow lights, stop lights, and I've never been pulled over by a police officer because of that. So there was one person who had asked me if this scooter can go up high inclines. The answer is yes, and this one right here that you're about to see is one of them. So normally, I actually like to have the scooter in gear 3 and then push it, but because there's nobody behind me right now, I'm able to have it in gear 3, actually gear 2, sorry. But again, as you can see, I'm going between 39 and 40 miles an hour, keeping up with the flow of traffic in gear 2. This is how I normally ride the scooter, unless there are cars going faster than me. specifically Alhambra and San Gabriel valleys like that. So then I have to switch on over to gear 3. But the majority of the time it's just gear 2 going up to the max speed of up to 40. I have seen the dash on the display board go up to 42 just like a couple of times, but the majority of the time it stays between 39 and 40. It like flickers back and forth. But hopefully you guys can see this nice because it's pretty dark. And I'm not sure how well this Ace Pro's doing. But that nighttime mode thing doesn't work with electric scooters because it's doing 30 frames per second. And you need the most frame rate, like 60 frames per second, so that the video can be less shaky. Especially for riding electric scooters. It's not like a motorcycle. It's kind of like it based on the speed and the feel. Especially on this RS, it literally feels like a motorcycle, but like standing on one, because of how fast it can go and the design of the handlebar and just the overall feel. It doesn't feel like a cheap kid scooter. But at $4,000, I don't think anybody would expect anything less from Inmotion. And I was interested in the RX-7 from Roadrunner, but there's too many issues going on with that scooter based on the packaging and dents and scratches and motors or controllers frying as well. And that gives me to the question on whether like it's a good idea for people to basically, how do you call it, break in their scooters, meaning drive them at a slower pace, because I'm 285 pounds, guys, and I still have the same motors, the same controllers, same battery, same everything, and nothing has happened to the scooter even with my heavy weight. So I find it surprising when you see slimmer people going through this issue with fried motors and controllers and things like that, and not being able to fix them because the motors got fried. So the way I see it is, I wonder if you actually have to break in the scooters like at a slower speed for like maybe the first 100 miles. You know, don't push it to its maximum speed limit, and then after those 100 miles of a break-in period, then push it and see how it does. Let me know in the comments, guys. What do you guys think of that? Do you guys think that it would be a good idea for people to break in their scooters when they first get them, instead of pushing them to their limits with the how fast can it go, which I mainly worry about range and average speeds and obviously battery life? You know, most people worry about how fast can a scooter go. And I was also eyeballing the Teveron Supreme Fighter, I believe is what it's called, the 7260R. And the main reason why is because of its big 72 volt 60 amp hour battery. It is a big battery, and I'm positive that if I can get 36 miles of range on this scooter with the light on and everything, or basically 34, but with the light off 36, you know, going at gear 2 with normal driving speeds between 25 and 40 miles an hour, then I should get at least 60 miles of range, which would be super impressive. Well, anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the ride here, and let me know, guys, in the comments what you guys think, man, of the Kaabo Wolfking GTR Headlight and the Acruno light working together, as well as whether you think that all these people experiencing controllers and motors burning, do you think they should load off on the throttle and break in their scooters so that this way they won't have any bad experience like myself? Because again, this is still the same Inmotion RS I bought Nothing different other than the steering damper that I did with the mod. So let me know, guys, in the comments. I'll see you guys soon. Signing off. Peace for now.